With you, I would love to quickly discuss your work as an advocate for the Reflex Sympathetic Dystrophy Syndrome Association. Also, the just to put it into reference for people, reflex sympathetic dystrophy is the name that used to be, or then that was what it used to be called, CRPS. Now it's called complex regional pain syndrome. It used to be called reflex sympathetic dystrophy. Both of us are dealing with this on a day-to-day basis. For those of you who don't know, complex regional pain syndrome is the most painful known chronic pain syndrome to modern medicine. It involves a great deal of burning pain, consistent continual pain, but there is also, for many people who suffer it, a aspect of pain from touch called allodynia, and it is excruciating to say the least. But I don't want to talk about the pain. What I want to talk about, Simone, is that you have made a choice to advocate to get awareness out there and to let people know about the syndrome. That choice means that this is, you don't have a choice that this is part of your life, which means it's part of your ideational hierarchy, whether you want it to be or not. But at the same time, you are making a choice to do something about it. And I would like to hear from you a little bit about what you are doing in that realm. Can you share with me a little bit what you're doing as an advocate for CRPS people?
Thank you for that. Just giving the audience that explanation, that context. It's like we find ourselves having to explain what CRPS is all the time because it's a rare disease, so it's not a well-known disease, but it just, when you say it, we deal with it on a day-to-day basis. You're right, but I would say on a second basis.
Moment by moment
basis. Break from it. There is no one break from it. And what do I have a choice about? And my choice was, hey, I have these skills. I have these communication skills. I know how to talk to people. I know how to write. And let's use it. And then I've put out some videos, or first of all, my main effort is to be on the communications committee of RSDSA, which is the largest national organization in the United States for people to support people affected by CRPS. And just that has been an amazing journey so far. And on my personal level, I put out short videos in which I explain what CRPS is. I write articles, or I've done a video series when I did a trial for my dorsal root ganglion neurostimulator, which I have had for the last 2 years in my spine to help me cope with like a percentage of that pain that I have, especially with the allodynia part. I think that I realized when I was undergoing that process, and you've undergone a lot of those processes, so you know exactly what I'm talking about. It's a huge effort to undergo those different processes, plus the emotional burden of being like, will this work? This has to work. I have no choice but to make this work. And It's really out of your control. Sometimes, most times, all those things that you try really just end up not working. Right. And I think that I realized, hey, all the material that I'm finding online about this device is produced and put out by, and distributed by the pharma like the medical company, that produces this device. And I'm not okay with that. I want to hear from the people who actually have it.
Okay. I think it's awesome that you're even taking on that challenge. I share on Facebook and on Instagram every once in a while. I'll post, when I'm in a pain moment, and I'll sort of explain what I'm going through, or if I'm about to be going to do something and I take a day of rest beforehand. I have been posting about it, but it's more on the personal level. It's not so much informative for other people. Hey, here's how this experience has been for me. Partially because I did all the surgeries and stuff like before 2010, and Facebook was not a big thing for me. I only joined Facebook in like 2015 or something. So but at the same time, I think that it's amazing that you're choosing to share on the personal level, but not about your personal struggle, but rather this is for other people to be able to learn what my experience has been like, so that they can make informed choices. And I think that is such an advocacy thing to do for people with CRPS. Like, you are advocating for them by sharing how your experience has been for you, so that they can learn better how it might be for them. That's amazing. So I like Yasher Koach that you are doing that. That's